Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's episode 299 of the Audible Farm Podcast, and this episode is brought to you by the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association. The Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association is all about supporting and connecting local artists, musicians, and creators right here in north central Iowa. Head over to fdfineartsassociation.org to find their community calendar packed with upcoming concerts, art shows, theater events, and more. While you're there, check out their podcast, FDT. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. That's the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association, celebrating creativity and community in the Fort Dodge area. This week, I'm sitting down with Kainen Fuson. Kainen's been on the podcast before. He's a video producer. He does a lot of digital creation, things like that. He's got his own studio, Blankscape studio, and he's kind of doing this, for a living. So it's kind of fun to sit down and talk with somebody that I guess has a lot of hands-on in this capacity. Recently, he's been doing a lot of social media and content creation for a couple companies, and I figured it'd be fun to bring him back on here and just kind of see what he's been dealing with in the last year and how it's all been going. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's episode 299 with Kainen Fuson.
It's the Audible Farm Podcast with your host, Peter Stockdale.
All right, I'm sitting down with Kainen Fuson. Kainen, you were on the podcast almost exactly a year ago. Yeah. We looked it up. It was the 8th. It would have been May 8th of 2025. Episode number 251, which means if you count out 52 weeks in a year, that's not 51 plus 52. We should be, but still, I skipped a couple of weeks, whatever. But you were on a year ago, and I had worked with you. I work at like a marketing firm, and we do... I run the podcast stuff there, and we do like graphic design work and websites and stuff. And that's something you also do. You could do all of those things. You went to school for that. If you guys want to hear more of the background, you can check out the last episode. Let's kind of bridge it all together, though. You were talking about, was it a face with no eyes? What's the...
Oh, eyes without a face.
Eyes without a face.
Yes,
boom,
yeah,
backwards.
Yep.
Great promotion work by me. Good research.
I appreciate it.
This was the thing I couldn't remember. That's on IMDb now.
Yes.
That's pretty cool, man.
Right. No, I appreciate it.
How do you get something on IMDb?
Well, honestly, it was like so much easier than like you would think, but it's a long like registration process. Like you have to put so many like specifics into it. But it was cool to like see it finally get approved. You know what I mean? And watch it pop up on there itself and just kind of sit like. It's just a cool thing to share now because, like, say if you look up my name or any of the other cast like members' name, like it comes up and then like their profile on IMDb.
Oh, cool!
So
cool, that's fun. So then, can you like go in and like claim your profile and like add photos to it and stuff?
Yeah.
So you can make it like all professional. And stuff if you really wanted to. That's cool, man. That's really cool. I feel like that's some of those accomplishments where. Sometimes people will take them lightly, but also like if you just go through, it's like an award. Like I always think of awards, like some awards you have to apply for, but if you don't apply for any awards, you're never going to get an award. So there's that whole thing of like, you can't just be like, oh, I don't like awards because I never get them, but it's also, because you have to try. So your stuff's on IMDb and you just said it's really like not impossible to get it on there, but at the same time you went and did it.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool. It's super cool that like in theory, someone could type your name in online and there's an IMDb
profile.
IMDb link. It might be one of the top ones. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Any future plans to make any movie type things like that?
Actually, yeah. So I've been like talking with some friends from kind of like around the Des Moines area, so like Perry, Woodward, and just kind of putting together something new, kind of get us something out to go out and do. Because, I work in Perry now, and so it's like all the friends that I went to Iowa Central that live in Perry.
Okay.
Makes it so easy to just reach out, and then we're all around each other and just figure something out to do. So we still got a kind of like a step-by-step plan. I'm still working on an idea, but we know we want to do something.
All right. Yeah. That's cool. So you don't really have... I don't know. It's kind of like having a band. You're like, oh, we want to start a band, but right now we're just kind of like hanging out jamming.
Right.
I always think like, what's the idea process like? Because this is crazy. Like I watch the Confused Breakfast. I don't know, the podcast at Iowa, movie reviews and stuff. And one of the guys on there is just really like into movies, and he's always talking about how to like make movies and what goes out. Like, oh, this is what is the guy what is the grip? And like just things like that. And there's a lot that goes into making a movie, and then you think about the people who are like writers, producers, directors. It's like, how can you be that prolific all at once? So even though you can have people there that are like somebody has to be the idea person still. You have to bounce the ideas off of each other. That's just I think that would be a crazy process.
Well, to be honest, I think I like the director like James Gunn a lot. I'm a big James Gunn guy. Like, he did the Guardian of the Galaxy movies. He did the original like early 2000s like Scooby-Doo and all that. But the new Superman movie he did.
Wow, but go from Scooby-Doo.
He takes a lot of like copyrighted music, and like it would be so hard for me to not have like copyrighted music. Like Eyes Without a Face had Eyes Without a Face from Billy Idol in it. Like, and it had songs from The Jam. Those kind of songs like help me like vision a scene, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, like this could so be in a movie, and then I just kind of puzzle like that same vibe, and then like kind of compile a soundtrack to like work the movie idea around. Okay,
so you go from soundtrack to movie, or movie to soundtrack?
Soundtrack to movie, for sure.
That's wild. Oh, I wouldn't even think of that.
Usually, like on my drives, I'm just like, okay, I can see this in like a scene of a movie or something like that. So here's just a random one. Have you ever? What do you think of like? It's almost like when you call somebody and it goes to their voicemail, but it sounds like they answered, but it's like not them. Yeah. I feel like that's the akin to like when you're like watching a movie and there's like music going on. You're like, wow, this really fits, and then it pans out and it's like in somebody's car and they shut the car off and the music stops. Like, have you ever like? No, I've messed with that transition so many times. I remember. Like figuring out how to do that transition back in like high school. I was like, oh wait, you can put like a radio filter over it and then just lower the volume and like fade them into each other, and it just sounds like it's playing off the radio.
That's insane. Oh, it's so crazy.
But it's so dang, like, I mean, it's so easy, it's like, dude, that's how they do it.
Now that you're describing it, it's like, and it's so fun because like I feel like video editing is this weird thing where it's not like photo editing where it's like I see this picture in my head and I just put everything like this and blend it. With like video editing, you're like, well, I could do this with the video part of it, but this is with the audio, and then I could like you can overlap them like you said and blend them to fade out and into one another.
Of course,
crossfade into one. It's like, oh, that could be the transition into. I never would have thought of that, but that makes so much sense.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, especially like, I mean, it seems so overwhelming at first, and I mean, you would know. Yeah. And then like when you really get into it, it's like, oh, okay, it's just like a little. I'm guilty of just using iMovie, but I always think about like me too.
How easy and simple it is, but then like once you start to figure out what you like things like that you can do, sometimes you're like, I want to do this transition, but there's not enough capabilities in iMovie to do it, and then it's like, well, bummer then.
I'm a big Premiere guy. Like I like my like Adobe Premiere, but dude, try some like CapCut. Like CapCut is, especially on PC, like is just so. It's like iMovie on crack, basically. Oh, like, cool. So you already have all these transitions. Like people create transitions. It's almost like I don't know how to like describe it. It's almost like a social media in a editing app almost, because like people can add their own kind of styles and text and style, like their own text styles, their own transition styles, and then you can just grab them out and put them in your video.
Dude, that's awesome. Because that's like the one thing iMovie's missing is all the transitions and all the everything that's available in there. Like you can't add new ones in there.
Right.
And not only that, but they haven't made any new ones or changed any of them since 2007 or like what probably literally
no kidding.
But and that's the only thing that stinks about iMovie is if you use any transition that's not as like a simple like cross dissolve or cross blur, you can just be like, well, that's iMovie.
Yeah, like or even like like where it shows like the page going to like the next one. It zooms out into like the black screen.
Yeah, the mosaic boxes flipping. We could
I know you know exactly.
It's so funny. Yeah, the transition thing's hilarious. I remember being young and just being like way too into transitions. Like everything's gonna have like a wild transition.
I get that.
I'm still a transition guy. So even like when I mix podcasts and if I'm doing like multi-camera, I still do like a half-second crossfade. Because I think it looks smooth and it makes editing really easy too. Because if you can just like clip two things and then crossfade it, like Okay.
Just makes it, it's just easy and not like distracting.
Yeah,
you know
it's not choppy.
Yeah,
I feel like it takes a lot of that choppiness away. But I have been dinking around with doing videos with no transitions lately. And I found that like, if you use transitions very mildly, you can get away with some fun things.
Right.
So like a transition to like a flashback means more than if you're like using transitions every single scene.
Yeah.
You ever notice that too, watching movies where you're like, everything here is hard cuts, which is fine. And then for some reason, in 2 places in the movie, they'll do like a side scroll cut. And you're like, why did they choose that here?
Right. No.
I can't remember. I was watching one the other day and I thought of that. And like things like that, I just want to be like, what's like, because you're the only person I know that's like this kind of person. So like, what are they thinking here? Like,
I usually like if I use like a specific transition, I feel like it's to change the scene almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if you're stepping away from, like, say if you're shooting something inside and then it goes to them outside, like that's when you can like throw in a transition.
Okay.
Or say something that like cuts to like another character or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think about that. Okay, it makes sense because like when I do it with podcasts on certain ones, it's usually to do like a flashback or to go like if I did a podcast in like 3 different places to like merge them all together. I use like a weird transition not just a regular cross dissolve.
Right.
That might be like a cross blur because it feels like you're like, whoa.
Have you ever seen like the transitions where they like CGI into the scene?
I'd have to see.
I can't remember if it was a video game or. It was a video game or a movie, and I haven't played or seen it, but I've seen this transition example. Mm-hmm. And there was like drugs on the ground or something, and it's like the blood soaking it up, and as it like transitions in, it's like turns into mud, and it's like a war zone.
Okay.
And like it is like the like smoothest transition I've ever seen.
Wild.
I'd love to like figure out how to like do something like that. It probably takes like a lot of skill, but it's always something super interesting.
That's so awesome. I like those transitions, and I don't know what they're called, where like you're watching a movie and like let's say I'm just making something up. Like some guy's like pouring a beer out and it like zooms in on the beer getting poured out, and then it transitions to somebody like putting their toothbrush under a faucet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
no, I like
okay,
I'm a big fan
like,
for this.
Those are super fun. I think about when somebody does those comedically, if this sounds wild, or if they don't know they're doing them. Okay, here's an example. I can think of one right now. A Christmas Story. Mm-hmm. There's a part where one of the boys goes into the bathroom and he lifts up the toilet lid, and then the very next scene is the mom taking the lid off of the stew.
Yes.
And I swear, like they either didn't know they were doing that, or it's like absolutely the funniest thing in the movie,
right.
like hidden. So I don't know. Transitions are fun.
No kidding. I completely agree.
This is fun too because I'm not like a movie guy, but I feel like I can talk about this stuff with you because you are a movie guy. You like movies and stuff, and you make them. So, one of the things we were going to talk about was like AI and how it kind of impacts what's going on. What about AI in movies? I guess we didn't have that on the docket here, but is there a whole bunch of that going on?
Dude, yeah. So, like I said, I would be lying if I said I didn't use AI. You know what I mean? Especially like when it comes to my work. Mm-hmm. But usually when it comes to my personal stuff, I try to avoid AI as much as I can. Mm-hmm. So like say when I think that's the reason I'm procrastinating on this movie so much is because I'm overthinking. I'm like, okay, this is gonna suck. Like as I'm like writing it, and it's like, but I don't want to use AI at all throughout it. And so I'm typing it all for myself, and then I just need to get over the hunch of like being like, I just need to type it, make as it is, be like, okay, this sucks. Retype whatever I need to. Mm-hmm. But you see a lot of movies nowadays. They're kind of allowing the use of AI in it, and like I would understand if it helps some areas to like that people can work around still, but like just I don't know. You see a lot of stuff on Facebook where it's like, oh, what if we start using full AI and all this? And a part of me feels like kind of like a little fear mongering. Like no company is gonna make a full AI movie, and if they did, no one's gonna go see it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So because all this stuff would come out where it's like, oh yeah, you can't do this, and I think the Oscars just banned using generative AI in films, so they wouldn't be able to. Yeah, so they whatever.
If you use it, you couldn't get an Oscar.
Yeah, you can't. You can't get an Oscar. Wow. And I think that's like really appropriate because I think that's the thing with movies. It's an art form.
Yeah.
And I think you kind of take away the like humanity aspect of it. Like even if you made it like a crappy movie, you could still be like a person made this, And
it's such a weird fine line. So I'm thinking about like lighting. So it's like you can't generatively create lighting in a thing, but like if you put it into whatever, any software, you can generate new lighting in the software.
Yeah.
So like as long as somebody's doing it, not a computer is doing it, they're okay with it? Or
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's honestly. I just saw a headline about it. I haven't really like read much into it.
It's wild to think about because like I mean, it's still a fine line. I just think about how many things in movies like using AI in some sense could save takes, save time,
right?
Save money. It's like this was great, except there's like the shadow of a hand like in the corner. Let's
just remove it out.
AI it out. But you could just do that with a human too, and
exactly.
It wouldn't take a whole lot.
And that's the thing too is like, say if I'm doing a photo shoot or something, and there's just like something annoying in the background, I'm not gonna do like the stamp tool. You know what I mean? Because that's just when you could literally just scribble it out and it's just like let AI fill in whatever it was back there.
Yeah.
And like I could definitely see that being used. Like it's just a common tool that everyone has now. Like even iPhones now. iPhones have it built into their camera app now, so you can literally just scribble it out and get it out. So there's no avoiding it.
I remember doing that with pictures of people there where they had like say they're playing music or they're somewhere and they have a weird shirt on and it's just like, well, give me that thing and you just beep, and they're like, there, now it's a black shirt.
Yep.
Now you don't have to worry about having just some random company on your shirt or whatever. It's dirty or whatever. Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense though. Like I like having it around for certain things, but there are times where I think, like you said, if you just start cutting corners everywhere and using it everywhere, it's not going to be. You're losing the romance of this whole thing. Obviously you're taking jobs away from people and everything else, but like. There's something romantic about like you're shooting a movie and you're in New York and it's downtown and it's nighttime. Like you have to be downtown in New York at nighttime to shoot this movie, instead of just being like, let's just have two people in a room. Yeah, you could green screen it, I guess, but I don't know.
But I feel like the green screen would have more creativity to it than just posting something in AI,
True. And I still don't think, as cool as AI is and as good it is at doing a lot of things, I still don't think it's good enough to just be like, here you go, and just like let it run wild.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people, and especially and it makes me glad to see these types of conversations being brought up on Facebook of all things, because Facebook is AI everything.
Yeah, yep. What do they call theirs? Manus.
Yeah.
Which I think is the funniest name.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'll be like on Facebook and I'll just put my thumb over the M and just be like, neat.
Meta. Wait, Meta, right? Or
yeah,
Meta. Yeah.
Well, Meta is their company, but I think their AI assistant or whatever that's built into everything is called
That's
Manus.
under Meta. I didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's under Meta. So Meta owns it.
Okay.
I think so.
But
look that up.
Yeah,
roast me if I'm wrong.
But I've been seeing these posts where it's like. You've probably definitely seen it too, where it's like just full AI pictures where there's like, make me this, here's the information, poster.
Ooh, Grok is, people getting aggressive with that on Grok, and people have sued Grok over it, but yeah.
And, but I've been liking to see that a lot of people on Facebook are calling it out. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing a lot of posts where it's like, hey, if you're using this as your poster, like, I'm not going to your event. Mm-hmm. And event or your business or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's because, sometimes you think, like, people are being paid to make these.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is typing in a prompt. Mm-hmm. And you see these comments where it's like, learn Canva. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's just something easy,
That's the easiest entry-level one you can do.
And I see the comments, and this lady, she made, she put her products, there's some pictures, and it still kind of looks like rinky-dink, but people were all, had a lot of comments. It's like, I still prefer this over the AI stuff.
Yeah.
And so, and that makes me really glad, because they're like, you're actually showing your products, you're showing, actual pictures of your stuff. You can see that, and it's just more of an appreciation of a person made this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, I remember this was something I remember, you can go online and see what people comment on all these things and stuff. And one of the ones I remember making on one of these types of posts was I would rather see somebody that let's say you have the most basic software on your computer you can download for free, and you're just dragging in band logos, and nothing has transparent backgrounds, nothing looks neat. Right. It's all just a rectangle of white with a band logo in the middle, and you just start slapping that on posters, and on the bottom it just says show at 10.
Yeah,
I think that's cooler than something that's just been generated by AI.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like I said, I mean, say when you're looking up a band logo or something and it's really low quality and there's no transparent background, I get using AI to up the quality, using it to remove the background, but then you take the logo itself and then you can just throw it in.
You put it in. Yeah. That was the other thing is like, as long as I'm the last person to touch it before it goes into the thing, I'm okay with that. Yep. I think the thing they're okay with mediocrity. And I know it's like offensive to say that, but like, just think about how many times in your life where like a decision has to be made and you're just like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what's going on with this. And it's, neither here nor there, because there's people that do this with like, what do you want to eat tonight? I don't care. You know, like, but like this is kind of like, we need to make a poster. It's like, well, this one's fine. And yeah, sure it is, maybe whatever. But I also agree with you that like when there's people trying to sell these things, that's where I kind of get a little offended, I guess, too, because like I know how much work actually goes into making a poster, even if it's crappy. That like. I don't know. I'll make a crappy poster, be like, I wouldn't sell this to anyone, even though like I'm okay with putting it online and using it, and I think it looks better and more organic than an AI one. But there's people that'll just be like, generate AI poster, here you go, I'll sell this to you $10, and it's like, boo. Like,
no
what
kidding.
What are you doing here? But
it's like the person could have just made that for free.
Bingo. You just told them to go to ChatGPT and download it.
Exactly. And like, I mean, you see a lot of these posters and stuff, and they have like spelling errors. The spelling errors is so.
The formatting errors are what drives me absolutely nuts. Where it's like everything's centered, this is left aligned. For no reason.
For no reason.
And I'm not trying to pick on anyone, but I saw one recently where like, say something's on like the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. Like the TH was like different on every single one of those.
Different fonts.
And then there's like a bullet between each one, but like some of the bullets are up with like a mini TH, and some of them are like bold, and it's like. I know, but the worst part about that with like making an AI poster like that is you can't go back in and edit it really easily. No, you can't go in and be like, make the TH on the 27th, 8th, and 9th. Like make those all the same. Because then
you just confuse it.
And exactly, because it starts to get really weird. And that's right now, but like 5 other things are wrong now. People have like 9 fingers, and
exactly.
Just like what's going
on? Someone's got 4 arms.
There's a phantom leg coming out of nowhere,
and like I would be lying if I like a lot of my friends we just have like dumb humor, and I would be lying if I said I didn't use like generative AI to make like a goofy picture of like my friends or something, make them put their voice over like singing a song and just like send out a note, or like I think it's funny to like mess with, but when you're using it constantly professionally like in a scenario like that, it's like okay, like I feel like AI is made to make goofy stupid things sometimes.
Yes, I would agree with that more than like I think the thing is when you go online and you see it or you like watch it on TV or in commercials and stuff, it's just like I think everyone's just kind of getting tired of it. Maybe not not everyone. Some people are just like, it doesn't bother me, and I don't care.
Ads over Christmas?
The what? Oh, the Coca-Cola ads.
I kind of boycotted Coke a little bit after that. I was just like,
that's hilarious because someone told me like, that's AI generated. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. And they're like, watch it and like look really close at it. And I started like, I'm like, some of these trucks have like improportionate number of wheels. The angles are like, it looks like you can see the front and it looks like you're looking at it from the back corner, but it's a side view, and it's like, what the heck is going on with this? Like the whole thing. I was like, okay, this is
ridiculous.
This is really wild. I totally get
for a probably $1 billion company too. So it's like just pay someone to make your dang commercial.
I don't get it, dude. I just and I don't know. Some of it is I get that like not small companies, bands, whatever. Like don't have money. You got to do something. But like you don't have to like stand out that much. But I get so lost with the AI posters. There was somebody made a post and it was like had like tethered all 97 posters that they'd seen on that day that were similar all together in one giant poster. And it was like, I don't remember, it was probably 20 posters, but it was like every single one of these looks so similar. And I mean, it's so similar. And the thing that is going on is like AI, even though it is like respective to you and your account when you log in or the conversation you're having with it, but like it's still all one giant brain thing. And so when you say, give me a poster on any given day for whatever reason, it's just like, I've been giving people these posters and it hasn't told me to reprompt it. So I think this is okay.
This is the safeguard, you know what I mean?
And so this is what's going on. And that will just only slowly morph and change over time until like, I always say like holidays or seasons or things like that kind of change it. But that's about it. It's just the trend of the world changes it.
No kidding. And I mean, I think you see people are still just okay with it. You know what I mean? And I think that this is more of a comment on society rather than just the thing right now. But I think we're kind of being built to have like a complacency towards mediocrity, you know? And we're just like, this is what you get, be okay with it. You know, like movies don't hit the same anymore. You know,
dude,
that's they all have like, people call it Netflix lighting, like where it just looks like there's no shadows, there's no depth, like all the light is just shining on them,
dude.
Like every Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie, like not to call that out, but it's super bad.
Oh my god, that is so true. Because like you'll even watch movies and like that lighting when it's like they're in a cave, it's like I can't watch this on a phone. I can't see that. I have to go to a TV and turn this on in order to I think that about like all the Star Wars, like the new stuff. Like if they're not outside, you can't see what's going on.
No, it's either too bright or too dark.
100%.
So it's like,
dude, it
sucks because
it's that thing. I mean, also lighting is hard, but
no kidding. But it's like, I mean, you look at old, like you look at 80s movies, you look at 90s movies, and there's like, say, there's like someone sitting at a desk and you have like this nice like light shining on them, rest of it's like a shadow, and it's kind of got this menacing look to it. And then nowadays it would just be like, you kind of see a little bit of light, but this is all lit up, and everything kind of just takes away from the mood, you know?
Oh my god, this is so crazy. I remember talking to somebody that does like acting and stuff, and they're talking about how lighting is probably one of the more difficult parts about like the whole process, because it always has to be like just perfect, or you have to time it right if it's a certain time of day or whatever. But like, I never really thought too much about it, but I remember talking to you about lighting maybe a year and a half ago or whenever we were working together, and I was like, what's the deal with lighting, or how does it work? And you were talking about like some people don't want to like see shadows, and I think that's like the big thing now. And I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense, which is like why you want to like light a fucking room up like from every angle a lot. So no matter this side's lit up, and there's enough light to wash away the shadow that's being cast from either one of these for the most part. So that way when people are moving, there's no distractions behind them, because like whatever, there's shadows behind me, but like some of that is so artistic, though. Have, like you said, a guy sitting there, there's a light on this side of the room, the rest of the room's dark, and this half of his face. That's so cool to me.
It makes it, like, realistic, you know what I mean? Like, we went through an age where it's like, let's get rid of the shadows, and it's like, all right, now let's go back to the shadows. You know, like, everyone wants the mood lighting back.
I think about, like, noir films or, like, black and white films. The shadows were so important. Like, it made movies. What was one I was, like, watching somebody talk about recently? It was Psycho, I think. They were talking about how like the shadows in that, like there's certain there's a couple angles where like they're showing the guy's face, and they're like, it's all about the angle and the shadow that's being cast from this angle that makes it what it is. Where like in a modern movie, they'd be like, light up the whole thing. We need to see. There needs to be every context of everything going on here. Where like, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of cool to think about that.
No, I mean, and that's why. I mean, you look back at when film was becoming a thing, and how those movies are still the highest praised ones, you know, because they were putting effort into the shadow work. Like, I mean, just everything, like, had, like, an artistic background to it, you know what I mean? Like, the camera work, I mean, you look at movies like Citizen Kane. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I had to watch that for, like, I'm
going to put that back
film
on the
class.
List. Dude, I'm getting back into movies here. I'm putting it on there.
Dude, no, it's actually really good. And honestly, like, it's aged well, like aged really well, especially with like a lot of the stuff going on right now. And but you just like look at it, and it's like these people who made this movie had like a really big appreciation for the art of film. And now it's just like corporate slop.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
Where it's like, oh well, this movie was really big, so let's make 5 more sequels, 2 spin-off TV shows, and then like they just give everyone so much homework to where they're just burnt out and now they're bankrupt.
Yeah, you can't, and you can't watch all the stuff, and you don't want to watch all the stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, that's how I was like the Marvel movies. I was the biggest Marvel fan. Like I'd see, I mean, they'd come out with 2 to 3 movies a year. I'd go see each one, but now it's like 4 movies a year, like 3 TV shows, and it's just like, it's just too much and it's like too many different genres where it's like, this one's not for me. You know?
Dude, this one's a straight up comedy with like an action undertone, and this one's action with comedy thrown in sometimes.
Right.
You know, so it's like,
I
can get some of these, or this one's too serious, and but then it's like, well, if you want to watch this movie in order to understand the context, you had to have watched the mini pre-movie on this series when it's like, I don't have time. And then you have
the prequel, and then you have like the sequel to the prequel.
that's not actually the first movie still.
Right.
What the hell's going on here?
Literally.
Dude, I feel that way too. Like everything, you just kind of get burned out on it and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel this is probably the parallel you're trying to make, actually, is everything feels like, I want to say sterile. It's kind of like cars. They all kind of look the same. Movies, they all kind of look the same. AI posters kind of look the same. Like movies back then
all look the same now.
Yeah,
you know
back then they used to not.
No.
Now they do.
Yeah.
It's everything's got to be this lit or that not lit, or if we're trying to create suspense, just make it super dark. And if it's a comedy, it has to be like you're outside of daytime.
Yeah.
Like it has to be that
like
bright.
I said, it's the complacency of mediocrity.
Yeah. Or nobody wants to take the chance, maybe.
Yeah.
This formula worked for somebody else. Let's just repeat it instead of trying to.
There are like films every once in a while, or like arts where it's just like, this is a good ass movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's always 2, 3, 4 good movies I still see here, and I'm like, oh, that was a good movie. Like it deviated from what's the norm right now, and like it's usually a movie from like. I don't know if you've heard like A24, like that film company.
Yep. I remember seeing that one. I'm like, I never even heard of this.
Yeah, they usually like put a lot of money into like independent like creators and making something unique. And no, like their movies are like surprisingly like A24 made a rock movie. It's called like The Smashing Machine.
Yeah.
And like, it was really good. I like because like I'm gonna be honest, like I will watch rock movies and I'll walk away from like that was good, you know. And I think, but that's what I think. Like a lot of movies, it's like it's okay. You don't walk away with like that, but it's like Smashing Machine. I walked away. I was like, damn, that was like a good ass movie, and like Rock was actually acting in it. Like it was shot in like a 4:3 format almost.
Cool.
Like and, like looked grainy and vintage. Ooh, and like
there's something so romantic about that 4:3 aspect ratio. I mean, I grew up with it. I get it,
course,
but like seeing things that were 4:3 get edited to 16:9, or 9:16, whatever. But like it's just like, oh no, you're cutting out sections of the frame.
I know
to do this.
Yeah,
you know?
No kidding.
I don't know. I watch like a lot of like review shows on YouTube. That's why I just waste my time on that. So like wrestling review shows, but they'll play like clips of things and they'll leave it in the 4:3 format, and they have to put like borders on the edges.
Yeah.
Which they get to fill up with their branding and stuff, which is kind of fun. But it's fun that they leave it in that format. It's super cool.
No, I agree. No, I've actually talking about the movie that we were just talking about.
Smashing Machine.
My friends and I were saying like, how cool would it be if like you had a movie, then like the 4:3 like, or the aspect ratio like plays a part in like the character. So like, say he doesn't really realize, or he's like staying trapped, and then like by the end of the movie like it goes into like a 16:9, and so like it shifts from 4:3 to 16:9.
This is the cheapest like idea I could come up with. It's not cheap money wise. It's just
off the top.
Low effort. Somebody's story is being told through like home videos. So then you can really throw the grainy 4:3 aspect ratio into like any flashback or like context that you need.
Of course.
So there would be like the easy snap back and forth. That wouldn't be a nice fade, but that could be like a huge juxtaposition.
No, it's funny that you say that because like the idea of like the movie that we're working on right now is has a lot to do with like nostalgia. And the kind of like working title we have for it is like Comfortably Compulsive. And so I want it to be kind of like about like that like OCD kind of feeling of like longing on like, well, I wish things were like this, I wish things like this, but you can't really break free of that until like you appreciate like the now. And that's kind of like that's the basic kind of outline I have for it like so far. But
that could be fun. Have you ever thought about, and this is also something wild, like because people will like upscale things that were like old, but have you ever thought about just like transferring in like, I would say like not like a VHS recorded film type stuff, like actually film recorded stuff in? That could be really interesting.
We were talking about like we want to do like a lot of creative stuff. Like we're saying something about doing the opening credits as like graffiti on a wall as he's like walking past it. So like the Blankscape Studios presents as a big old graffiti thing. And he walks by it and like all that kind of stuff. So but it's one of those things I want to get like a lot of artists, like people who actually like create stuff like on board with it.
That could be really cool.
Yeah.
Because you could even just be like, I mean, I do know one person that does tagging. Fairly okay. So like I don't know one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You know, but it's kind of cool. Like he's one of those guys, like in his backyard, there's always just like a refrigerator box back there. He's just like
spraying over. Oh, that's awesome.
It's like every day.
I've always respected like graffiti art like that. I don't like How do you get such like detail in a
dude? It takes so
spray.
much. And the crazy thing is the people that, and I've seen this with like other art mediums, but they'll make a stencil where they'll take like a sheet of paper and then they'll just cut it at like weird angles, like all over the place, and so that's their stencil. And whenever they need to make any shape or any corner, they have it on here. Yep. It's wild to watch them do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Artists like that are wild.
No kidding.
Which is funny. Do you ever like what we do is art, in some sense, but like you obviously, yes, that's why you're on here. But do you ever like undersell yourself and be like, well, yeah, this is art, but that's real art?
Yeah, low key. And I know you talked about this before, but it's definitely like an imposter syndrome kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, but it's still not as good as everyone else's.
Yeah. So if you're comparing it to like, if you make like a mini movie, you can look at like, yeah, this is cool, but like, whatever, these guys did a movie and it was better. Forrest Gump's better than this. Or like, what, it's
like comparing myself to impossible things.
Yeah, like that's not even
like a movie with like a $200 million budget.
Dude, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Shoot. I mean, that'd be like eating a frozen pizza and been like, $160 Wagyu steak would have been better. It's like no kidding, it would have been. Yeah, we always do that.
It's a budget thing.
Yeah, it's a budget thing. Honestly, that's all it is. If I had millions to spend,
it would be way better. Yeah.
It'd be crushing it. Yeah, I'd be probably a lot smilier all the time too.
No good. And they say money can't buy happiness.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But it buys things that buy happiness.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It buys things that make me happy. No, I don't know. Like. I think we just keep talking about it over and over again. AI, it's just, yes, we'll use it and stuff, but there's just that. I keep using this word this episode. There's a romance to just doing things the right way.
Yeah.
Like even like I said, I've filmed things. I do like video work. I'm not like a movie guy, but it's funny because like I don't do it enough to when I have like lights and everything and like lapel mics or different different types of cameras and things at my disposal. It's fun to be like, I'm gonna turn the auto frequency off and I'm gonna do this real quick.
Yeah, no kidding.
That does actually look pretty cool. And if I actually turn this light, then you get like a little bit of an effect that I'm talking to a human at a thing. So this interview would actually look kind of neat. Or So and then you do something like that. But then there's other times where it's like, just wash everything out.
Right.
I want to see what's in the background. That's cool too. Here's a weird question. So I've been looking into like buying a camera. I don't want to say like the back or the body of the camera, the camera itself, versus the lens. What's more important, good lens or good camera?
Honestly, it genuinely depends. You know what I mean? Especially like, if you're going for like a specific shot, it's the lens. But usually like, I've had some like crappy Cainons before, and it works me just fine. It's just a matter of like, can you use it in the right way?
I like that.
No, but there are just genuinely good cameras. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, one I've actually been like eyeing is like Sony ZV-E1. It's freaking crazy. And it's like a tiny little dinky one that you can just keep on you and then attach your lens.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And I think it's just like the person. It's just up to the person who's using it.
That's true.
Like where it's like, oh, well, this one's like couple like almost like 10 years old. It's like, well, if you're going for like a almost kind of grainier look for what you want, then use that. I would say like the lens in my thought process, the lens might be like the guitar amp, but the guitar is the camera, right?
Like you are limited to what this guitar can do. If you want to make a whammy bar sound, your guitar has to have a whammy bar, so like there's that kind of this analogy. You could probably argue the other end the other way, but still like when I was looking at them, I'm like, well, a lot of these seem similar, but this one, the auto frequency has a faster response. So if you just want to click and point easy, it's a lot easier or whatever. But like this one has better depth range, and this one, whatever. This one can film this, this quality versus that one can only film this quality. This one only films 20 minutes. This one only films 30. This one has 2-hour capacity to film.
You look at nowadays too. There's a lot of movies being made that are just filmed like studio movies being made that are filmed on iPhones. Yeah, like the 28 days later or 28 years later.
Yeah,
that was filmed on iPhone.
Intrigued me a lot to like hear that because I'd seen like music videos all shot with iPhones and things, and there's commercials like Apple did a lot of their own commercials, and at the end it just say like shot with the iPhone 14 or whatever. The hell it was, But honestly, I've done a lot of video work with phones. And
it's like, how do they get that?
It works good enough, honestly. The time is in the editing, you know, most of the time.
I've been abusing the crap out of mine since I just got like the 17, and so like for work, I've been just using it over our actual cameras because it's just like you just whip it out and hook up your mic underneath of it, mic them up and put it into like a cinematic mode. Yeah, and then you get a video.
One of those USB-C lapel mics.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, like you can literally. The cheapest one I found that works super good is like $30. I mean, they make cheaper ones that still work perfectly fine. And I've used, like, I have an expensive one over there for whatever reason. I bought it because I thought I needed it, and I don't use it nearly as much as I wanted to.
And that's how a lot of it goes. You know?
Dude, some of it,
expensive equipment.
Yeah, I'm going to use the $10 microphone I've had for 10 years. It's fine. But some of it is just like, also like you said, if you have it, if you use it, it's fine. But lapel mics. This would probably be fine for something like this, but like sometimes you just want to put it on somebody and they're like turning their head a whole bunch, and it's like, well, now this doesn't work super well.
Of course.
What do you think about people like they'll have like a lapel mic and they'll be interviewing somebody and they'll like clip the lapel mic to something that's like a wrench if they're like a mechanic, and they'll be like doing the whole like interview.
I see.
But it's like, why don't you just get a regular microphone if you're just going to clip the lapel mic to something?
You see that with like a lot of content creators my age. They'll like clip it onto something random. You know what I mean? And they'll do like an interview in their school or even just hold the lapel mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have you been seeing
There's a lot of that. Dude, I don't know. I guess it really doesn't bother me one way or the other.
Oh, no. I mean, it picks it up, but it's just like, I mean, just get a big mic at that point. I would assume so. I've never looked into it myself, but there's probably mics that like you can just plug into your USB-C and has the wire running down, and then you could just.
Yeah, I mean, mine has the capability to do that. So like, it has a lapel that you can actually plug another mic into. Now it's just a Bluetooth transmitter at this point, you know. But I've also seen people like, because I think Rode, as in like Rodecaster or Rode mics, etc. I think they have a lapel mic, and I think they make an adapter for the lapel mic that's like a stick with a ball at the end, and you can put it in the ball. Yeah. So that's just a regular. It's literally just this. It'd be like, okay, here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is. So I don't know. I always thought that was kind of funny, but. Anyways, this is so funny. I got like so many things on here, and we're like 2/3 of the way through this. Right. So we haven't gotten most of this. But yeah, AI posters. I think some of it is just if you want an argument for it, it's easy. If you tell it to make you a poster in a certain way, it might be better than others. If you have like a premium account, it might again do better than others. But for the amount of time it's going to take you to do that, you could just learn how to do Canva, use a template. I agree. It'd be a lot more unique. I think the problem a lot of us have with it is it looks like everything else.
And like, I mean, honestly, I've been kind of like working a little bit like on like a mini campaign here going into the summer, maybe towards like beginning of fall, to like help out any like small businesses around like Fort Dodge, Des Moines, just anywhere like central Iowa, even like north central Iowa, and like any businesses that just want an actual poster for their thing, reach out and then do it completely for free. And first of all, I think it'd be a perfect way to put the creativity out there, but it'd also be a good way to kind of like promote what I want to do, but also while helping other people. And I think that's kind of the goal with that a little bit. So I've been kind of reaching out to other like smaller bit, because of course you're not going to have that with big businesses. They already have a whole crew for them. But for smaller business especially, like I'd love to help out with what I can, and
that's cool.
It's kind of like the little mini campaign idea. I haven't like launched it yet, you know what I mean? But I still want to get that out there. Yeah,
I could see that being really fun, kind of depending on how you do it, and like it could just be like a see this actually works. And if
thing
it for yourself,
and you know what I mean. So
that actually makes me want to experiment with some stuff. I don't know. I do the marketing crap. You can A/B test stuff.
Right.
I kind of want to A/B test AI versus non-AI poster with the same text and see.
Well, you know what? No, you gave me an idea there too.
I don't know. There's a lot of fun stuff you could do with that, just to be like, see, this still works better.
Right.
And in essence, you could also just be like, I did all this research, I made all these things, I outperformed AI every single time.
Of course.
And now you can hire me if you want to. That could be really kind of a fun thing for like a little freelance thing, or just something to kind of just to help people out and show them that what they're doing does work, but you could do it better for a small fee.
Right.
I don't know. That's kind of neat. I really like that idea.
No, I think it'd be kind of cool to just kind of see how it works and just help out people, So
I think that's the other thing. A lot of people, and this is going to sound crazy, like yes, you and I like doing freelance work kind of things. Like we're just kind of like hobbyist.
For sure. Oh gosh.
Goofing around. Like we just want to make things. But there's something where it's like, I do want to make stuff, but I also kind of want to like make stuff I want to make. Yeah. And if I'm going to make stuff I don't really want to make, I kind of want to make money doing it. Yeah. That's kind of like where I think a lot of our mind is.
I get it.
I feel bad charging people for this, but at the same time, if somebody's like, do this stuff, and you're like, all right, well, I might need to pay for this. But if I got a wild hair up my butt and I just want to like record something for an afternoon,
right,
for somebody and give it to them, I might just do that. So
of course.
But that makes me think like, I don't know, like doing freelance work. Like how do you like kind of categorize it? Because like, do you want to like do freelance work as like a side job, or do you really just like, are you more keyed in on like, I want to do things that I kind of want to do, or like this poster idea you're talking about, like this is something I just want to see what happens if I try it.
Yeah. You know, that's the idea with it.
What about if like somebody came to you with an idea? Because all I'm thinking is the last episode I was talking with Scott Kirkhart, and I don't remember if it made it on the episode, but he was talking about how he kind of wants to make a music video. And you were somebody, if I was making a music video, I would just be like, is this something you want to do? Let's talk. If it would cost me money, how much, or like, how much time do I want you to put into it, or how much time would it take you to do it, etc. But like, that's something I feel like, would you ever be interested in that if somebody like reached out and was like,
gosh,
maybe make a music video for me, or like,
I mean, I've done Iowa Central because there's a lot of kids who went there who were like wannabe rappers, and like honestly, like some of them were like not too bad.
That's
and
fun.
They would reach out to me, and I've like filmed a couple of their music videos, and one of them's in Chicago now and is like blown up like quite a bit, like with like a couple thousand monthly listeners. And
that's crazy.
All this stuff, and like he's like, dude, like you were the one who helped me make these videos and stuff, and he's like, I want to get you like out to Chicago and we'll like film something. And I was like, dude, I'd be so down. Fun. So it's nothing like outside of my realm, and like anytime someone reaches out to me for like anything like creative, like I'm always game. Even if it's something that I like haven't really like done before. I'm still like, I'm like, I'm gonna try, and I'll be honest. I'll be like, hey, like I don't have much experience. Like I'm an amateur in like this kind of area, but I'm gonna study a little bit, and then I'll give it a shot. And that's why I'm just always game. Like whenever someone like asks me a question like that. So
I love the whole like you're not scared to try something new. But okay, here's a thought. So like I've tried new things and then just been like, well, I have completely abandoned a process I know works to try a process that I know, or I think it'll work. And then I've been in situations where like that didn't work. And so you're either left with like compromised video or compromised audio or compromised lighting or something like. Did you ever have to learn that lesson the hard way? Because like now when I try something new, if it's like new camera, guess what I'm doing? I'm still setting up all my old cameras.
Of course.
And then there's going to be new ones in there too. So I did that with like audio a couple times where I tested different mics, different lapels, different things. And it's like, I'm still doing the old mics. I'm still, I learned the lesson the hard way a couple times, losing stuff. And the problem I had was like I had to drive back to a place and then refilm, and that's like, wow.
Well, it's the curse of being the jack of all trades, you know. What I mean?
True, yeah.
You overwhelm yourself. It's like, I can do website design. I don't want to do website. You know what I mean?
I mean, exactly, dude. That's the other thing is the talent level for like. There's people I know that are like really good web designers where it's like this website looks like it fits the company. Where like if I was making websites, I would be like, this formula works for me, and I'm going to build all my websites with this formula.
Right.
It wouldn't necessarily be as beneficial to every individual client I would have.
I mean, seeing the ones that like Spin Market was making were amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, was the donut place, and
that one was really fun.
That one was awesome.
That company actually, they're no more. But that website doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, because the company got sold to somebody else. Really? They changed the name, but
no way.
But yeah,
that website was freaking awesome though.
We still have a record of it because it's like,
of course,
it was so
too good.
It was so
trash.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. But like building websites, like you said, like I kind of want to. I haven't built websites in like 20 years. I mean, I built the Audible Farm website, but it's just a crappy landing page. But at the same time, like I'm having this weird itch to want to like do things that I haven't thought about doing in like 20 years, like photo editing. It's like. I found a bunch of tutorials on Adobe, and I kind of sometimes have free time at work, and I want to like
just mess with it,
get good at it. All these different products I never would have ever wanted to use because I'm kind of just like I grew up on Photoshop. That's good enough for me. I get that you can do different things in different, but it's like if I need something in Illustrator, I just go across the hall to somebody. I'm like, hey, can you do this? Like,
yep.
Somebody sends me an AI file, I just like immediately forward it over
Yeah,
to somebody
right.
else. Not AI, dot AI.
Dot AI.
Yeah. But yeah, that's hilarious.
Shoot.
I love that though. Like the whole thought process of you want to try something, and why not?
Yeah, just to try it, you know.
Yeah, so. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, that's the benefit of having like I don't say like a side company, or like, you know, like I have Audible Farm and you have Blankscape, you know, and it's just like this thing I can just be creative under this umbrella and just try new things.
And I mean, I like doing like clothing design. Yeah, so I did those Blankscape shirts over the summer, and they're just like the Blankscape logo is like a wash kind of shirt, and then said the no BS, just Blankscape kind of thing, because the logo's the BS.
Yep.
And I think I sold almost like around like 50 between like friends and family and whatnot. And I'm gonna be partnering with like one of my friends from high school, and she did like the design of the water tower in Woodward.
Oh, cool.
And so see if like to do like designs on like cool designs on the back, like say have like 3 different ones, say like a floral one, and then like the Blankscape logo would have like floral stuff going through it or something, or like a glitchy one, and then the Blankscape logo on the front would be like glitchy.
Oh, fun.
So I think it'd be kind of cool to like, because she's like good with art, I think it'd be cool to like do something like that and then push that out.
Dude, that's the other thing I think is so cool about art is like you created the Blankscape logo, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you did your own logo design and stuff like that, but you're still like, artists are so fun because they can be like, I made this thing and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it to this other artist to just goof around with it and make their own thing out of it. And it's like, whoa, you could just pass your art down. That's like musicians that are just like, I made this song, and another one's just like, I'm going to do my version of it. And it sounds the same, but way different, you know? And
no kidding.
That's so cool, you know? I don't know.
And I mean, you think you like look at Amazon. You ever go into Amazon and there's so much stuff you can just do, like customize it, like make customizable shirts. And that I did my Blankscape shirts just through Amazon. I'm not even joking. And like I just bought a PC, and so I got one of them like really massive trackpads, but I did like a Blankscape Studio style one.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, I always love just like whipping together like random stuff, like, because then you can like see it in like a physical item, and it's like you can test it just like something you did on Amazon. And it's really helpful to just kind of get a vision and be like, okay, how can we almost like not like automate it, but also make it just like a little bit easier to run through.
That's, dude, part of me wants to just get, you know, Claude, trap it in a, you know, Mac Mini and just be like, here, you automate all this stuff.
Yeah, right.
Me.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I also don't trust it enough to do that.
No. Honestly, actually, like speaking of a lot of the things, I've done this with my Blankscape stuff a couple times. But I wanted to give this to you because so dude, I did this I like threw this together.
Oh, dude!
You grab that end right there.
Dude, look at this!
Yeah. Whip that together there.
This is nuts, guys.
I thought this would be kind of cool.
This is definitely gonna get hung up in here.
Yeah, you can do like little flag designs and everything like that.
This is crazy. Holy shit! Yeah. This is really cool. If you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing out. But he printed me an Audible Farm podcast flag, and I'm on it.
Sweet.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm
dude.
glad you like it,
cool.
here, man.
And this is the other thing I'm talking about with these graphic designers. So I everything's got the yellow outline around it. The yellow what's the term for it?
Like the shadow,
the stroke.
The stroke. Yeah. Oh yeah, stroke. Duh.
Sorry, I couldn't think of how to.
Yeah, right. No, I was blanking too.
But I also have the yellow stroke around me because that's how good he was at making sure it matched. That's freaking sweet.
No, I appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna wear this thing around like a cape today.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Tie it around.
Just gonna wear it around town, dude. This is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so funny you carried it in here. I'm like, would you give me like a pair of shorts or something?
I was like, I got a little gift for you.
And then I was like, it's a mesh bag with something in it. I don't know what it is.
We're talking about the stuff on Amazon. That was one of the things I just like.
This is gnarly, dude. This big pig on here. This is so fun. There we go. I'm just gonna do the rest of the podcast like this.
Yeah, cover it up.
This is so fun. So, dude, doing these kind of things, trying new stuff, you know, just kind of relatively being fearless about this, you know. This I mean, before you have the job you have now, you were just doing that on your own, you know.
Yeah.
But we found that it was difficult in the business world. It's so difficult, like we were talking about, to compete with people that are more comfortable using more AI than you are with yours. Where like, I think that's where this weird line we're trying to draw in the sand with this episode is like, however okay you are with it, that's fine. There's going to be a client base that's going to be okay with paying you for it or not in the end. But I think as artists, we just like the romance. Yeah, we like the romance of maybe doing things the hard way. Right. You know, and I think about like, is AI bad? Like, I don't know, because before that it was just like, well, this has too much CGI in it. Before it was, before CGI, it was like this is photoshopped. And before Photoshop,
it's always been something. Yeah, it's always something.
Oh, they airbrushed this person, so they look. It's like, okay, fine. There's always these things you can touch up, all these processes to make it better, and we have to just draw the line in the sand somewhere and say, I'm okay with this, and I won't use this going forward, or if I do, I'm just going to use it a little. But you have the integrity of not making it look like that Coca-Cola Christmas commercial. Yes. Where it's like,
where they just straight up typed in a prompt.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then just clipped together. It's like, what was it Gemini? What was the one that Google had that was their video creation one, where you could create like 8-second video with prompts?
I think it was Gemini, or maybe there's like Sora.
Maybe
Sora
that
AI
might have been Sora that I was.
I know Grok's on it a lot right now too. So
cool. But yeah, it's like they basically just went in there and just like, give me a 3-second clip of this, and then they just kept saying the same thing to it. Just like, how about he's driving down the road? Now how about he turns? And now how about he pulls in a driveway? And how about there's a polar bear? And it's like the thing like made the thing, but if you look at it, like all the trucks are different. Everything's
right.
It's just, I don't know. There's different amounts.
I mean, it's different than like filming it and then putting an AI and be like, hey, put Christmas lights around this.
That's completely different. Because like you could have somebody do that in like After Effects or something like that,
or just hook the Christmas lights up yourself.
You know what I mean? Go get Christmas. That used to be the fun of it. Like when you'd go look at a set, it was like, okay, yeah, there's a stage here, but like there's a warehouse that's 5 times the size of this, packed wall to wall with different shirts, lights, things that could stack on this stage to make it look different. It's like, oh, somebody won an award. Guess what? We got 90 trophies to choose from. Like. It's almost like a hoarder's paradise back there. Some of these places, but now everyone's just like, I'm not buying anything. I'm just going to AI it in, CGI it in, or whatever. I don't know, but one of the things you do now though is making social media posts and creating content for a company, which is really kind of cool. But let me ask you this: have you had to wrestle with burnout yet?
Honestly, yeah, because then when you're doing it as your job, when you get home, or when I get home, I just want to like sit or go to the gym or play video games. Yeah. I don't want to get on and keep editing when I spent the whole day editing, or shooting or any of that. So
bingo. Yeah,
when the weekend comes around, it's like, I want to sleep.
Yeah. And I don't know. The problem is like all day at work, you're going to figure out how social media works and what actually works the best on there.
Yep.
And then you're going to go home and be like, I'm not going to apply any of that to any of my passions or hobbies or dreams because I spent all day doing it over there,
Of course.
That's everybody's every job. If you spent all day scooping ice cream, you'd be like, I don't want to see a cow right now.
No kidding.
Or whatever, or if you just flip burgers all day long, you're just like, somebody else has to cook food for me because I'm tired of doing this, or whatever it is. You spend, you have like a retail job and you go home and you're like, I don't want to talk to people.
Right. No kidding. Yeah. Oh gosh, the social burnout.
Yeah.
is crazy.
But I found that I think the thing that bothers me the most about the burnout is man, as soon as you get ahead, you have this like I'm 4 weeks ahead on social media posts. We have it all scheduled out and ready. And you can kind of sit and relax. And about 3 or 4 days goes by and you're like, I'm behind on staying ahead of this. And that's how I feel, is like you have to be at least a month ahead of everything. And if you're not, then you're in panic mode, even when you should be relaxed. Even if you are full up, a month ahead on social media posts and you have ideas for the rest of it, you have to start making the stuff now. So that way,
well, it's just, I kind of like to think it's like, will tomorrow me be thanking me?
Okay.
Like just like say if I get this done today, like will my tomorrow self be like, oh, I'm glad you actually ended up getting that done.
That is true. I mean, because you could answer that honestly, or like, is tomorrow me going to be thankful that I spent all this extra time getting burned out by doing all this extra work? Is the other thing, because it's like
that is true. Yeah, it's a double-sided coin.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, I'm going to do all this extra work and we're going to get everything done. That way tomorrow I actually have a little bit of free time. But then when tomorrow comes, you're like,
It's like, I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm out of it.
And it's something like today, all I have to do for like this hour is answer emails. And even then you're like, I don't want to look at any of these. Like,
well, and honestly, a lot of it is just like a say when we were filming Eyes Without a Face, it was going to school and then doing all that stuff, and then outside of school doing all that stuff because we were filming. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, I think it was all in just the reminder of being like, oh yeah, like, no, this is like what I love to do. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's what helps out a lot is like keeping like that mindset going where it's like, oh, this is the stuff I love to do. I don't know why I'm tripping out about it,
I think about that with music. So I was talking to somebody recently about that where like, yeah, I love to do it. Yeah, it's not a job. Right, yeah, whatever. Right. Some of it's perspective on how you think about it too. Because I think about like, okay, I had to drive and then I had to, invest all my time or leave work early. So that means I had to work harder and then I'm not going to get like a Friday night off now and all this other stuff. But then when you're playing music, none of those thoughts are happening. Kind of like you when you're filming, when you're setting everything up, when you're having a good time joking with your buddies after a blooper, whatever, that's why you're out there doing it. Mm-hmm. And but like, it's that alone time that you have those are the times where my brain gets frantic. It's like, well, that means you shouldn't just be sitting here doing nothing. That's what I feel like that's what it's telling me is even though like I am burned out and my brain is just like still going a million miles an hour when my body's sitting still. It's like, that means go out and get this stuff out of your head then, in some capacity.
And that's what like the big, will my tomorrow self thank me? Because then it's like majority of the time they will, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm glad you got that done because now today I don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. I'm glad. Like the other thing, I'm really glad I went out and filmed that thing. I'm really glad we went out and whatever XYZ. I went to my buddy's house and we actually did talk about this movie that we're actually thinking about. Instead of just sitting at home playing Call of Duty or whatever.
I
don't know if you're a Call of Duty guy. I was just through it.
No. I'll still play like my shooter games, but it's like honestly, Call of Duty's fallen off like a while ago, dude.
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm digressing.
I was no good at any shooter games. I was very bad at all of them.
That's why I'm a Minecraft guy.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
Get the creativity. So then I burn myself out playing that.
True, dude. I feel like I did that with video games too. I started playing them a lot, and then it was like out of nowhere, I just lost most of my interest in it.
Yeah.
But then I'll find myself like there's a PS4 over there that is just absolutely smattered with dust.
That's exactly how mine is.
That I kind of want to just be like, well, I kind of want to get this thing back out again, but I don't know. I usually play video games for like half an hour. I'm like, I should be doing something else right now.
Or I got a headache now.
True, yeah. Especially if I play online, everyone's better than me. It's like embarrassing.
Yeah,
God, it's so horrible. But yeah, doing social media posts, there's really not a whole lot to it, but it takes something. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it takes time to like do it
and recognize your audience.
Bingo. And kind of figure out what they actually want to see or hear, what they respond to the best. I don't know. Again, it's really not that hard, but I think that's the thing though, is like if you're doing social media, like would you freelance social media? Let me ask you that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I kind of do. You know what I mean? Shelly and I have talked about it. I've been kind of just we have been like slacking on it just because like with me starting a new job and me not being up in Dodge all that much anymore, but just kind of putting my Blankscape stuff out there for like, hey, like here's my prices for social media. Like if you need me up here to film something specifically or shoot, we'll schedule something, but I will do most of it from home. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of like the idea behind it. So I'm more than willing to freelance the social media, like stuff like that. So
yeah, because I mean, like I do a tad of that. I basically found like one avenue I'm good at, which is basically creating podcasts, doing short form content from that, and then trying to go from there. So that's kind of the avenue I guess I go with it. But yeah, I don't mind doing social media for other people. I don't mind making short form content and doing that kind of thing. But at the same time, like boy, oh boy, like the reason people will pay you to do their social media is because of the feeling I feel sometimes. It's that burnout that like, I was ahead on this and now I need, time's never going to stop. Even if you record and you're like, I'm 3 weeks ahead. And then it's like, no, you're not. Not next week. You're not. Nope. You got to keep going. And it's, I don't know. I think that's the tough part about it. But that's also like why, I don't know. That's why some people's social media, they're like, I don't have 1 million followers. It's like, because you never post anything. The last thing you posted was in February. Yeah. And it's freaking, May right now.
Right.
You know, which happens a lot to some people's social media accounts.
Rome wasn't built in one day, so.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They're like, I posted twice this week, and I didn't gain 1 million followers, so I'm done doing it. It's like, no, you have to do it more.
Yeah, more and more.
I don't want to bother people. It's like, well, the people that bother people are the people that everybody knows exist because they're always online. You know, squeaky wheel gets the grease, blah, 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 you know. But also AI is not going to help you get there, generally speaking.
No.
So, Which is crazy. It blows my mind that there's enough people that are like not okay with it. I'm very happy that there's people that are just like, boo. Like every time something AI posted, they're just like, boo, it's AI, boo.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get that mad about it, but I'm glad somebody said something.
Yeah, know? Right. Yeah. Yo, gosh. Yeah. No, I completely agree with that.
I would rather have there be people that didn't like it than just have it running wild.
Well, I'd say majority still rules, where it's like kind of get the AI out of here, you know, like when it comes to making full blown AI content, AI slop, you know, everyone's heard that saying now. So which I think was it Webster's dictionary. One of the dictionaries like said that was like the word of the year.
The word of the year was AI
like
slop.
Yeah.
Or was slop.
I think it was just slop in general.
In reference to AI creations, which is like freaking wild.
But it makes me like, I mean, at least we're self-aware about it. You know what I mean? That's one step forward in the right direction. So.
There's some people still clinging on to what's good out there.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I guess you could just tack that onto everything. That's why there still are people that are the way they are, where they're like, I want to record everything, but it's got to be on a reel-to-reel,
right? You
know, 4-track recorder, just like the Beatles did, or like whatever, you know, like. But we all pick the thing that we like, and we all romance it, and that's kind of what we like to do. But I also love when people start mixing medias, and like I think that's something you're talented enough at. You could do photography, you could do video, you can do you know, graphics creation, et cetera, so you can at least in-house most of the work. With some of the stuff, it's like I filmed a thing, but I need a graphic for it, and then I gotta hit somebody else up because I'm not gonna. I can't do it. You know, old dog, new tricks, whatever.
Nope, I get it.
But yeah, you're one of the people. If I ever needed anything, I'd probably be hitting you up. And if I was a musician listening to this, and you're still listening, I would say if you need anything, hit up Kainen. He can make you a logo. He could do video work for you, music videos, et cetera, websites, all that good stuff. Yeah. So yeah, anything you want to say before we take off? I think we covered most of this stuff, generally speaking.
No, not that I can think of. Yeah, get
that flag up.
Yeah, get the flag one more time.
Look at this thing. This thing's so crazy. That's me. Yeah. This is wild.
Pretty awesome.
Dude, this is so cool. Thank you so much for this, man. This is really wild.
I knew you were gonna like it.
Dude, so. Thanks for joining me on the podcast.
Yep. No, I'm glad to be on here. So
also, if you want a flag, hit up Kainen. He can make you a flag apparently. That's awesome. You can tag that onto the new things you can do. Super cool. Yeah, I'm always looking forward to what you have going on over at Blankscape, and you know, knowing that you're out there in the business world doing basically like, you know, the souped up version of what I am. It's really kind of cool. You're out there doing all this stuff where I'm just kind of pigeonholed into one corner of it. But it's really cool to see this out here. Like, you know, it's bittersweet to have to go like work for the man. But, But there is also something really enjoyable about it though too, where it's like I can come in here every day and this is almost a platform for me to test and try new things and be that experimental person. You know, like without going too nuts. I'm not going to where I work and making crazy stuff. But like it's but like A/B test. It's like I can A/B test here.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I have data I can arm myself.
Exactly.
There's just something fun about that. But yeah, keep making stuff. Make some announcements about that movie idea you have.
Yeah, right. Soon, nope. I'm getting there.
Okay,
so.
cool, awesome.
Yep.
I'm gonna put all your links down below, and hit them up if you guys want anything made.
Well, thank you for having me on here.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
There you have it, episode 299 with Kainen Fuson. Bought me a flag. How crazy is that? That's super cool. People bringing gifts on the podcast. Wild stuff. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's super cool. If you didn't watch this on YouTube, you kind of missed out. But maybe that flag will make its way into the studio here eventually, sometime. So hopefully we'll see that baby popped up here in the background. That's super cool. Thank you, Kainen. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone watching a day early over on Patreon. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube. And I also got to say thanks to the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association. Make sure you check out their podcast. FDT comes out once a month. Lots of good content over there. I do some co-hosting as well on it. Shelly Bodorf does the hosting. She's amazing. It's totally worth checking out. Also, audiblefarm.com or shop.audiblefarm.com for basically all the Audible Farm goodies. And that's about it. We'll check you guys next week for episode 300. All right. Bye, guys.